and welcome back to the Stay Sure Wellbeing YouTube channel. I'm Dr Dawn Harper and today I'm going to be talking about staying fit and well for the rest of our winter months. We do know that a lot of people who suffer with mental health tend to feel worse in the winter months, and of course anyone who suffers with seasonal affective disorder will know only too well that those drawn in nights and dark days can really affect their mental health adversely. But there are also physical conditions that often get worse in the winter. A lot of my patients with skin problems tell me that they flare in cold, damp conditions, and certainly osteoarthritis I know is really difficult for some people when the weather is cold and damp. It's also, of course, cold and flu season, which takes its own toll, and this year we've had the pandemic to deal with as well. And of course, if you have any respiratory problems, things like asthma or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, then you may well find the winter months are quite a challenge for you. So what do we do about it? Well, I'm a huge believer in trying to get out and exercise within limitations. I do appreciate if your joints are hurting or if your breathing is challenged, then it can be difficult. But whatever you can do within your own capabilities, getting outside into some fresh air is really good for our physical and mental health. We may not always feel like it when it's cold and wet and dark outside. It can be difficult to feel so motivated, but perhaps choosing to exercise with a friend might be a good way, so that when you're feeling a little less enthusiastic, shall we say, maybe they will have the motivation to make sure that you keep going. Or perhaps think about an indoor class. It could be something that we do online, and certainly there are so many classes now online. And let me leave you with one little tip. If you can walk briskly for 10 consecutive minutes every day, now that's not a huge investment, but walking briskly for 10 consecutive minutes every day reduces your risk of premature death by 15%, and it reduces your risk of two of Britain's greatest killers, type 2 diabetes and heart disease, by a whopping 40%. So perhaps if you're feeling low on motivation, just have a little think about those stats, and that might get you to get out there and exercise for those 10 minutes. I also think it's really important that we eat healthily in the winter as much as any other time of the year. And this year I've invested in a soup maker, and it's been such fun. We've enjoyed some really tasty homemade soups using up leftover vegetables and really increased our vegetable intake. We've also started taking zinc and vitamin C supplements. I love my fruit, but this year in particular with the pandemic, we felt that we'd like to really boost our immune system. So we've been taking a daily vitamin C and zinc supplement. But above all else, the most important thing you can do, I think, for your mental health is to stay in touch. It's been a very challenging year for many of us. But on the positive side, we are so lucky to have such different technologies. I don't think I'd even heard of Zoom this time last year. And throughout 2020, I've had Zoom meetings every single week. It's been great to be able to keep in touch with friends and family and work colleagues. And so whatever form you like to use to keep in touch, please make sure that you do. It's very good for our mental health. Human beings are designed to be social animals, and we need people around us. So even if you can't see them face to face just yet, make sure that you keep in touch, whether it's by phone, by email, by Zoom meeting, or maybe even by good old-fashioned letter writing. It doesn't matter how you do it, but do make sure that you stay connected. And if you're struggling emotionally, that you do communicate that with friends, family, or with healthcare professionals. Well, those are my tips for keeping well this winter. We haven't got too much longer to go. The vaccine is here. The pandemic, we hope, will be going away fairly soon, and spring will not be far away. So until then, please stay safe and stay well. If you have anything you'd like me to talk about on this channel, please just message me here, or you can email me anonymously on the website. We'd really like to cover all the things that matter to you. So if you've got a topic that you'd like me to talk about, please drop me a line and we'll make sure that we get it covered for you very soon. But until then, stay safe.